Hi, it's Drew Dixon, and this is Live in the Living Room.
Say Welcome back to Live in the Living Room. I'm your host Dom from Country Chat with Dom. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the bell just so you don't miss any of these shows. I want to kick off today's show first though by thanking the incredible Jeorgia from Sonic PR for providing us with the majority of the content in today's show. If you haven't checked out Jeorgia or the team at Sonic yet, here are the handles to their socials. Now, kicking us off today, we had Roisin O'Hagan with her song Road from Nevada, which is a wonderful performance there. It really, really was. Her voice is just absolutely stunning. Be sure to follow her on her socials as well. Handles are just below. Now, coming up next is Shea Rafferty with Lend a Helping Hand.
Out of the storm from where the lightning strikes, you're happy just to know that you survived. The bad things are all left behind. Ain't nothing now to take you by surprise. The road ahead is long, but it is free. And hope is as far as the eye can see. The dust settles for another day. You just lie back and you pray. Hell or high water, sons and daughters, from the wreckage we salvage what we can. From the ruins, keep on doing everything the job demands. To the last breath and the final command, we'll lend a helping hand. We adjust to circumstances that are found, hoping the situation ends on common ground. Oh, the old plan we had fell apart. I think it's time to go back to the start. Hell or high water, sons and daughters, from the wreckage we'll salvage what we can. From the ruins, keep on doing everything the job demands. To the last breath and the final command, we'll lend a helping hand. Oh, hand, oh, hand, oh. Head or high water, sons and daughters, from the wreckage we'll salvage what we can. And from the ruins, keep on doing everything the job demands. To the last breath and the final command, we'll lend a helping hand.
That was Shea Rafferty with Lend a Helping Hand here on Live in the Living Room. It was just an awesome song and another great performance there from Shea. Be sure to follow Shea on social media on the handles which are just below. Now, coming up next is another wonderful performance from an artist I got to see in Sheffield at the Greystones pub, and she was supported by an incredible artist called Rhiannon Scott. Here is the wonderful Danni Nicholls with her latest song, Little Fictions. Danni Nicholls with Little Fictions here on Live on the Living Room. Another insane performance. Make sure you go follow Dani on her social media. Her handles are just below. So yes, you're tuned into Live in the Living Room with me, Dom, your host. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bells, which are just below, just so you can keep up to date with all the amazing performances from great artists we have here on Live in the Living Room. Now, coming up next is another wonderful artist from Sonnet. Here is Jeorgia Rose with her song, That Day. That was Jeorgia Rose performing her song That Day, which was just an absolutely insane performance there. Wonderful performance from Jeorgia. Be sure to check her out on her social media. Her handles are just below. Now, coming up next is another fantastic performance from another great artist called Wilfy Williams. And here he is with his song, For a Moment in Time.
On the clock face, the minutes race, the time is over. To hope and wait out of faith, you offer me your hand. For a Such your fate, lucky brain, you offer me your hand. Now I know where fortune smiles at you. For a moment in time, fate arrives. For a moment is all that is true.
That was Wilfy Williams performing his song For a Moment in Time. An absolutely great performance there, as everybody else has been throughout the show. Be sure to follow Wilfy on his socials. His handles are just below. Now, coming up next is a part of the show that I really enjoy. It's where we get to find out more information and tips and tricks on what to do as a musician, whether you're a starter, a new beginner, or if you've been in the industry for a fair while and you wanted to fine-tune those skills. Here is Jackson Lake discussing and explaining what to look for when you're buying your first acoustic guitar.
Hi, it's Jackson Lake here. So choosing your first acoustic guitar, there's so many different models and makes, and you can walk into a guitar shop and it might feel a little bit daunting. Probably what I would say in the first instance is go for something that you feel catches your eye. For myself, I'm quite into the this kind of sunburst effect. Really, when it comes down to it, things like that they don't really matter. But you want to be comfortable in playing the instrument that you choose. And sometimes an instrument needs to fit a certain look and things like that. Also, there's smaller bodied guitars, such as this one. Larger bodied guitars. We have the, it's quite a, but it's just whatever feels comfortable to you. Sometimes you can hurt your arm a little bit on the, the wider bodies. You can actually get the bowl back ones as well. But for a beginner, I'd say that they're quite annoying sometimes. With they're quite light, but they also slip a little bit when you're trying to play. I would pick up a range of different guitars just to sort of see what feels comfortable. First and foremost, if it doesn't feel comfortable, you're not going to learn very quickly and easily, because it's going to become more of a chore. Relatively early on in my playing, I was lucky enough to be given this guitar. This is a 2002 Gibson J45, and it's celebrating its 20th birthday this year, and it's got the war wounds to prove it. But out of every guitar I've had, which is probably in the 20s and 30s now, this is the one that I've kept. This is the one that I come back to every single time, and it never lets me down. It's one that just fits me perfect. The neck fits my hand. It's not too wide, it's not too deep. The body's just right for me, really. And you'll find, I think sometimes you'll find that you kind of fall in love with the feel of a guitar. Not necessarily the brand name, the things like that. They don't really matter. As long as it fits you as a person, and it fits you. It will shape the way that you play. The first acoustic guitar that I ever got was Present from my mum and dad. I think we went on holiday one year, and it was I'd been playing the electric for a little bit and not really gelling with it because I couldn't sort of really. The songs I wanted to play were more of an acoustic kind of feel to them. So my mum and dad bought me. I think the brand name was Jim Harley. I don't think I've ever heard it before. I've actually got it here. It didn't look like this. It didn't look like this when I first got it. It was a lovely sunburst colour, just like that Gibson. And since that time, it's been red, silver, white, black. It's had all sorts of different tuners on. It's held together. I don't know if you can see that, but it's held together with duct tape on the bottom there. But it's still there, and you know what? I still use it to this day for recording purposes. It's strung as a Nashville guitar at the moment. So I think I would just say go for something that fits you, like you could hold it for long periods of time, and you know you wouldn't be uncomfortable with it. The neck fits your hand. There's a lot of different styles and shapes of the neck actually. You know the back profile of the neck and everything like that. I think if you're just beginning, things like that at this point in time don't really matter. But I would say try and avoid the super budget guitars that are generally sold to beginners because they just have a bit of a less of a build quality. Classically, some of the beginner guitars can have quite a high action on, which can hurt your fingers when you're first starting to play. If you're planning on gigging at all, I would say go for an electroacoustic in the first instance because why not? If you're a gigging musician or you're planning to be a gigging musician, then there's not really much point in getting one without a pickup and then installing one. So, okay, guys, I hope that's been helpful.
Jackson Lake helping us out on how to choose our first acoustic guitar. Be sure to follow Jackson as he's an incredible musician as well. His handles are just below. If you'd like to appear on Live in the Living Room, be sure to send either myself, Dom Crook, James Vince or Rachel Selleck a message on our social media pages. Alternatively, send Live in the Living Room's Facebook page a message as well and we'll all pick it up. And we'll look forward to getting you on the show, whether it be a performance, whether it's a chat with myself, whether it's a instructional or advice video, anything you want, we'll get you on the show. So be sure to send us a message. Now, next up is the fabulous Drew Dixon with 100 Hearts.
2, 3. Had a hard time believing you won't have a reason for walking back out of that door. Nobody like you sticks around here anymore. Jagged sidewalks and lady side talk seems winter came early this year. That road out of town has never been more clear. 20 years of memories that you'd rather leave here. Well, I hear the stars are smaller when you're under the city lights, where 100 hearts get broken every night. But in a one-horse town no one cares about, there's a big moon up in the sky, and the only heart that's breaking is mine. When the wind blows through broken windows, I swear that it's following me, like it ain't got no place better to be. Faded stop signs and crooked outlines of who we were before. You and me in this town, we could have been so much more. Well, I hope you love the life that you're leaving us for. Well, I hear the stars are smaller when you're under the city lights, where 100 hearts get broken every night. But in a one-horse town no one cares about, there's a big moon up in the sky, and the only heart that's breaking is mine. La 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 la. If those concrete dreams ain't what they seem, you can write it down in stone. The road you took to leave me can bring you back home. Well, I hear the stars are smaller when you're under the city lights, where 100 hearts get broken every night. But in a one-horse town no one cares about, there's a full moon up in the sky, and the only heart that's breaking, yeah, the only heart you're taking is mine.
Such a great performance there by Drew Dixon with his song 100 Hearts. Be sure to give Drew a follow on his socials. His handles are just below. Now, coming up next is the final performance of the show. Here is Abby Orfila with her song Here Right Now.
Waking up to the same old day, I put my shoes on and made my way. How was I supposed to know? Everything was about to change. The world wasn't gonna be the same. Ready was your time to go. It's never easy to say goodbye
That was Abby Orfila with her song Here Right Now here on Live in the Living Room. Be sure to follow Abby on her socials. Her handles are just below. Now, make sure you follow all the artists as well throughout the show, and as well as Sonic PR, particularly Jeorgia. Just absolutely fantastic team there at Sonic. You know, there's Jeorgia, there's Evangeline, who I've been dealing with quite a lot as well recently. Absolutely look after the artists. And if you want to find out more about their artists, check out their social media, check out the websites. Just below, just follow the links. Absolutely fantastic. And I also want to thank our editor here, Sam Ellis, who puts these videos together and does such an incredible job. I mean, he's just such a great guy. He gets these last minute, and I'm always the bane of his life. I really am. But thank you again, Sam, and be sure to follow Sam on his social media. And if you're wanted to get any mixing, mastering or production work done, be sure to send him a message. His handles are just below, as well as his band, because he's part of a band. He's part of the Flatland Kings, and they are such a great band. You may be hearing them in our shows, in particular our November or later on shows throughout the year. Be sure to give them a follow. Links are just below. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. And take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.